we gonna get stirred up a little bit.
Be, trying to drop gems to my people because I feel like we really are we're the foundation for each other. We help keep each other steady. We help keep each other from wavering. And so if we're the community that we say and leaning on each other, I want to make sure that I'm giving my shoulder and my back to be leaned on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I try to always live by that. So hopefully that reads across that I'm authentically this. You know what I mean? I don't do this for shits and giggles. I would have said it whether we were right here or whether we were back by the cars. You know what I'm saying? I would have still got it across. I just felt like the opportunity was present and it was just, and so that's why I took that time to say it then. But let me get the camera off of you, sir. How you feeling? Mental health check. Let's go.
Man, look here. I'm gonna keep it a bean, goddamn. Let's go.
Okay.
This week was a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
I'll say this: when you ask for a blessing, right?
Yeah.
It's important that you realize the gravity of what that means when you receive it. Because not only, yes, you get the positives of it, but you get the responsibilities that come with it. And with responsibilities, sometimes comes stress when you're in a new area of growth.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate to be the project lead of a big project involving my work. And I have people reporting to me and me reporting to higher ups.
Okay, boss.
So yeah, it's cool, but it is extremely stressful when not everybody is on the same page.
Yes.
And especially when you're the new guy and other people have been here before. So I'm dealing with the caveat of, yeah, you're qualified, we love that you're here, but you ain't been here for a year. But at the same time, where they fail, I get results. So I'm in a position for that reason and having to reiterate to people my plan, like just trust me on this. Logistically, this makes sense. I'm trying to do this for a reason. And I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna be super transparent. Whoo, got real tired of white women for a little bit, bro. Got real tired of white women for a minute, bro.
That's a caucus voice.
It ain't even Karens. It's just, I realize in my place of work how the hierarchy works with races and people. Like, me and Ashley had this conversation where there's white men and then there's white women, and then they think they're above black men, and then black men think they're above black women, like in that hierarchy mindset.
Yeah.
And feel like I'm having to punch up on behalf of my workplace because she's giving misinformation. And what happened was when we sat down and had a one-on-one in a closed office, myself, my supervisor, and her, and I stood my ground. If I feel like I'm doing right and I'm getting results, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna stand on that. She went back and told her supervisor that I was too heated in the conversation. Like pulling that victim card, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I was so frustrated with that because I'm like, what do I do? Do I back down and not get the project done and be seen as a failure? Or do I keep pushing and just deal with whatever bullshit she got?
I feel like if you're authentically being you and you know that you're in the right, you just keep being you because everything else is going to fall in place. When somebody tells you that this person's like this, and then you see for yourself what that person does, they're not even like that. That's not even their attitude. So why would you say this? That just means that they're watching you now. So they're watching how you interact. They're watching how the conversations go. However, when I would discuss things with her, I would always make sure there was a witness.
Yes.
And not a witness that was biased to what she was saying, but a witness that was unbiased to either. And I think that would be important so that you could be like, okay, Paul was right there. Paul, can you please tell him if you felt like I was being aggressive or not? And not try to guide him into saying what you want him to say, but definitely keep it Switzerland on it. You know what I mean? Keep it a neutral territory. Because really, people that run their mouth like that, they hate themselves. So it may not happen in the time that we want it to happen. You know, so you have to kind of have patience in that, but also understand that everything happens for a reason. So maybe this is her hanging herself so that she no longer is there. You know what I mean? So I feel like that has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with you by way of that, but it really doesn't have anything to do with you. That has something to do with her and how she feels about this, that, and other, and she's going to hang herself, not you. So I feel like you just being you and keep doing what you're doing is going to show itself. You know what I mean? That you're being what you said you were. Anybody else agree with that?
I do.
Yeah.
You can't dictate how somebody else is going to be, but you can dictate your own actions. So So you can't say that I'm gonna do this, therefore she's gonna do this. You can't say what she's gonna do. You can't say that she's gonna react like this, that she's gonna do this, but you can definitely dictate what you do and how you react. And those deep breaths, and those eye rolls, and those heavy sighs that you take in those moments of frustration, you know. Don't give her that energy, for one. Hit her with, because for one, people don't want to argue with themselves. She wants a tit for tat. She wants this, that, and the other. If you, and you walk away, what can she say? Oh, he walked away from me when I was talking to her. I didn't want her to feel like I was getting aggressive, so I just went ahead and ended the conversation. You know what I mean? I said what I needed to say. There was no need for us to go back and forth, because I feel like at this point it's insubordination. So after I've said what I've said, for this project to go this way, she came back this way. So I don't feel like I needed to say anything. So what did I do? I went up to Ben and I told Ben about Sarah, and I just told him what I said. And Paul was in there. Paul heard. You know what I mean? Like, just set yourself up for success as opposed to trying to counteract what you don't know the other side is. Because you can control this side, you can't control the unknown. So as long as you have this side over here under control, you're gonna be alright.
And I would say controlling that side means protect your peace at all times.
At all times.
Because when your peace is ruffled, that's when you start acting on emotion. And when you act on emotion, that's when you get out of character and do stuff that you wouldn't normally do. Like Kay Marie was saying, eventually they're going to set their own trap and they're going to fall into it. So keep your integrity, keep your peace, and you're going to prevail.